and welcome to the show. I am your host, Suzanne Monk, host of Trump Talk. This is a Trump Talk special edition, Trump on the Second Amendment. It froze up on me last time, so let's go through this again. I'm very excited to do this particular special edition because it is one of my favorite position papers. We do all of these special edition Trump Talks from Donald Trump's website, donaldjtrump.com/positions. So you can get all of the information I'm sharing with you and read it right there. So I'm just kind of pulling it together because, as we all know, everyone complains Trump doesn't have a lot of specifics, and yet there they are on the website. So the Second Amendment position paper, Donald J. Trump /positions. It's about one of my favorites. We start off, point number one, Mr. Trump wants to enforce the existing laws. As he speaks about in the position paper, and as you and I both know, the gun lobby continues to add more and more new laws onto the books when we're not even enforcing the laws we have, thereby putting more and more burden on the legal gun owner that does absolutely nothing to prevent criminals from getting guns. It just makes more and more loopholes, more and more difficulties for law-abiding citizens to get guns, and we don't enforce the laws that we have. So Mr. Trump has been very clear. Point number one, let's enforce the laws we have before we make any new laws whatsoever. He starts the position piece with the phrase, obviously, that says that the Second Amendment shall not be infringed, period. He's very clear. This is not one of his lighter issues or his flick. He has been forcefully for the enforcement of the Second Amendment, period. Shall not be infringed the entire time. Secondly, he believes that it's necessary for us to fix the mental health system. A lot of the problem we're having with these gun lobbyists are the fact that mentally ill individuals are not being treated properly. They're let to slip through the cracks, and they go crazy and they shoot people. And it's not a gun issue, as you and I both know. It is a mental health issue. Mr. Trump would like to address, fix, and deal with the broken mental health care system that, as we all know, leaves many people mentally ill either on the street or puts them into the prison system, which does very little to deal with their mental illness or handle any potential danger that they might have in the future once they're not either incarcerated and they're back out on the street. So fixing the mental health system, very important key. Now, he makes the points in the category defend gun rights. Defend gun rights. And he's very clear on some things that are pretty far forward as a gun rights advocate than anything I've seen personally. Number one, he wants to end gun and magazine bans. He does not believe in supporting gun or magazine bans. He believes that banning weapons is not effective. It has not been effective. It only limits what law-abiding citizens can do and what kind of weapons they can purchase, and it does not do anything to stop the criminals. So he would end all gun and magazine bans. Additionally, he would fix the background check system, but do not expand it. He does not believe that we need, much like when he says that it wants to enforce the existing law, he wants to enforce the existing background check system before we start adding more background checks. We already have one of the most extensive background check systems ever. And we're not making sure that it actually gets done. And they want to keep adding more and more laws. So not expanding, fixing the broken system that we have now so that the laws that are on the books can be implemented and enforced appropriately, including the background check laws, without expanding further background checks or any further gun owner responsibility to government loopholes, which is what they're really trying to do. Okay, here's the big one. I love this one. National right to carry. Mr. Trump supports that you get a gun permit in your state. He himself has a gun permit, as he says. That permit should be legal in every state. 50 states. I get a driver's license. I can drive in all 50 states. If I can carry a gun in my state, I should be able to have the right to carry that anywhere. That is what Mr. Trump would like to implement. A national right to carry, making all gun permits legal in all 50 states. It's big, you guys. Huge. Absolutely huge. And here's another huge element, and I know we've all been outraged that this is something that hasn't been happening, but we have had a situation where our military bases and our military recruitment sites have been unarmed. We are not allowing those officers and those military personnel to carry weapons in that situation. And Mr. Trump would end that. He would allow weapon carrying, concealed and open carry on bases and militaries. He would allow soldiers to defend themselves in the recruitment process and on their base. So let's recap. He wants to enforce the existing laws. He does not believe the right to bear arms shall be infringed. Period. Does not want to make any new laws. Wants to enforce the ones we have. Fix the mental health system. Defend gun rights by ending gun and magazine bans, fixing and not expanding the background check system, and a national right to carry, which makes more sense than anything. And lastly, allowing our military to carry firearms and protect themselves on bases and in recruiting centers. So I'm sure the policy will expand, but even if Mr. Trump enacted just the policies we have here, they are one of the strongest Second Amendment positions I have seen a presidential candidate come out with. So that is our Trump Talk special edition, you guys. Trump on the Second Amendment. I am Suzanne Monk, the Trumpetarian. This is Trump Talk US. You can email us, trumptalkus@gmail.com, www.trumptalkus. You can get all of our videos there. If you like to read, you can catch my book, The Semi-Essential Trump Supporters 2016 Election Survival Guide, on Amazon for $3.99. Just Google Suzanne Monk, 2 Z's, 2 N's, Suzanne Monk. Check it out there. So that's about it. We will be back again tomorrow with a new Trump Talk. The news has been breaking crazy all week. It's been a really good Trump week. So for me and Little Trumpy, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Don't forget, vote Trump. Good night.